Billboard album charts were overrun with middle-aged crooners, G-rated soundtracks, and sugar-coated pop singers. But in the second week of May, a British hard rock band's debut album managed to crack the top 10 without releasing a single for radio airplay. This band was Led Zeppelin. Almost 20 years later, the music industry was overrun with British synth pop. Damn it!
You're such an ass.
I can't fucking keep on this and do this
Still
shit.
recording.
We need 4.
Stop it, stop it.
In the spring of 1969, Billboard album charts were overrun with middle-aged crooners, G-rated soundtracks, and sugar-coated pop singers. But in the second week of May, a British hard rock band debut album cracked the top 10 without releasing a single for radio airplay. That band was Led Zeppelin. Almost 20 years later, popular music had come full circle. The best-selling albums in the country were veteran rockers, British synth pop, and teen idols. In the third week of April, a hard rock band from LA entered the top 10 with their debut album, Appetite for Destruction. Once again, the record line was way ahead of radio programmers, critics, and the rest of the music industry.
Just by the fact that they couldn't get any radio airplay. The public beat the media, and they said, we want this.
Rock and roll what? It sounds like a rock and roll band to me. It sounds like it's not manufactured. Whatever its qualities are, it's genuine.
Hit LA with a backpack, can of mace in one hand, and steel in the other hand. As I got off the bus, a black man tried to show me the bus station. There'll be a song all about the bus station on the EP, 1 in a million. Yeah, it's a bunch of people trying to sell me joints. I'm right when I got off the bus station. So, we're around town for 2 days in Fullerton, trying to find Izzy. Never found Izzy.
I just saw a picture of Izzy and A.X.L. I slash if we get these other 2 guys another bass player, we'll have the best rocket band. And there was 4 flyers when we saw them. We went to the show, and I was right. We asked them.
We're running an ad for a punk heavy metal guitarist, little blues influence. And Slash started showing up. First we said nah. But he kept on popping up everywhere, so started working with him.
Moved to California, and it wasn't that good of a guitar, because there's one guitarist in LA, so, and my drum kit was just a piece of junk, so I said, okay, I'll play bass. Put my foot in the door. This is the door I've stepped into.
We were only 5 guys that could have made up Guns N' Roses. I mean, we had different combinations, different bands. Yeah, throughout the time we were coming up and getting it together. I mean, there was nobody else we could have played with in LA. So it was inevitable that 5 of us got together. Because, I mean, there was nobody else. The combination would work. Ever.
And eventually, we had a big following. And we were just working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. By Saturday, we were headlining. The year of headlining, we were signed.
On August 29th, 1987, Benson released Appetite for Destruction, a dark and violent album with explicit lyrics and controversial topics. The original cover art featuring Robert Williams' painting was banned from record stores in the United States. The song described life in the seedy Hollywood underground, including tales of rebellion and paranoia. Against all odds, Appetite went to #1, sold over 12 million copies worldwide. I mean, everything in it's about something that happened to one of us, It's like, I mean, kids really dug into that and everything. I mean, there's like cocaine and heroin and pregnancy at 12 and AIDS and it's just a lot of heavy stuff.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with advertising and advertising dollars and what radio stations will play us, and so they won't lose their advertisers.
It's greedy and institutionalized.
That's why you're doing so successful. It's because like a shot in the arm for rock and roll. Ta-dun.
We're not trying to promote drugs addiction or anything, but it almost killed us a couple of times. It's very scary. It's something we stay away from. And we've had some bad experiences here in LA.
Go.
And gotta be careful about some of the lyrics people take meaning to. They don't realize the fact that it could be something that happened in your life 2 years ago.
A.X.L turned another life experience into a real story on the Follow It BP GNR Lies. 1 in a Million is an odyssey through downtown LA containing racial epithet and a derogatory sentence against immigrants and homosexuals.
You're 1 in a million. Yeah, that's what you are. You're 1 in a million, right? And you're a shooting star. Maybe someday we'll see you before you make us cry. I know you tried to reach you, but you were much too high, much too high, ooh, much too high. You're 1 in a million, yeah, that's what you are. You're 1 in a million, babe. You're a shooting star. Maybe someday we'll see you before you make us cry. We tried to reach you, but you were much too high, much too high, much too high. We're more prepared to fight to the death and go down in flames. The thing is, most bands that were around us were going down in flames. And make it financially and stuff was really hard. And when we did make it financially, I think that we were more unprepared than that than anything.
There was this elementary school just to hang out with these guys who would ride. We'd go cut open the fence and there's like banks in the school and stuff. Skateboarders would use, and we'd use with our bikes, and so pool riding first became popular. I just met Slash at elementary school, riding my skateboard. This kid on a skateboard went flying one day. I went flying one day off my skateboard. It was a good 7-foot drop. The ground came up to meet him at such a pace, it was like, this guy's gotta be wounded or something. And he asked if I was alright. I said, yeah. And I met him at school. My teacher was chasing me around the room, chasing me into his room, as the teacher was yelling at him. And that was right before they ditched the entire 7th grade together. And after school was over, we got to get on the 3rd floor railing, on the little railing and say King Tut. My teacher came out freaked, We've been friends ever since. And that's how we met. We've been friends ever since. From my house, I had a little guitar on the lamp. Took my grandma's bedroom, showed him 1 chord, 1 scale. Put my Kiss record, showed him all my Ace Frehley positions.
Izzy's been Izzy since junior high. I remember he had a big sign behind his drum set that said, Izzy! It's always been Izzy.
I've had it since I was 2. My parents gave it to me. I don't know how they came up with it, but it stuck. That's my name now.
Bonehead?
Yeah, Bonehead.
My best friend's dad used to call me that. They'd come over and he'd say, hey, Slash. Kind of stuck.
A.X.L came along as a name for A.X.L came along as a name for a band. Friend Dave Lank had names of hundreds of bands. Him and Mike Staggs and Roger Miley called me up and they said, how do you spell A.X.L? And I said, I don't know. The whole world, my house come down, man. I said, A.X.L, click.
The music business, you know. I was always around, as far as I can remember, equipment and stuff. And every time we go to rehearse, I'd have behind the drum set or the guitar or something. I've always had an affection for that stuff.
Me and my brother and my sister had what we call the Bailey Trio. And we would get up on stage and I'd sing the bass and we would be like gospel hymns. And I'd sing like, one Lord on Jesus, let my head burden. You know, and we look so geeky out there, but it was fun. It was fun.
5th grade, couldn't stand. And then I played harmonica, not harmonica, that recorder, that like flute-like instrument. And I wasn't really into that, you know, it's like too lightweight an instrument.
You know, my family's like a pretty musical family, you know. I was the last of 8 kids, so my mom said just do whatever you want, so I did it.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. Underneath those days, we are the people that find whatever you may need. If you got the money, honey, we got your disease. Jungle. Welcome to Flash. He doesn't talk very much, but when he plays guitar, his heart and soul gets into it.
Oh yeah, I gotta practice every day. I have a drum set in my backyard. Thank God. It's not soundproof enough for the neighbors, but either which way. Oh yeah, I gotta practice every day.
I never like sit down and play the bass, you know. It's like halfway through the gig I finally get warmed up, but when I'm on tour I get, you know, a lot better, but when we're off tour, just sort of like sits around, just it's dusty.
What's with the man and the garden? Oh yeah. I can't do this woo thing like Rod Stewart does in Hot Legs. You know, it bugs me to death because I can't do it. You know.
Can't sing. Wish I could can't sing. I can scream real good.
I never was really a bass player. I was always like a guitarist or drummer. When I came to this band, you know, I had to play bass. So like in a different realm now, you know. It's like, okay, you can play bass, but how well can you play?
Yeah, we never really owned anything. You know, I got a car, and you know, never really think about changing the oil. I mean, you knew you could change the oil, but you know, you never thought about it till you actually have one. You know, and Slash would call me at times with his house and say a refrigerator's leaking, and you know, you just want to leave it alone. You know, just forget about it, but you can't because it's his house. It's my house. You know.
I've never had a car before. Never bought a car. So being able to go out and just buy a car was pretty cool.
I've got a car now. I mean, my name's on the registration.
Got a nice car. Fishing car.
Yeah. Izzy got a new house. Got a track around it. You know, he's real crazy. Once you got a house, he bought a bunch of go-karts. And, so he can get his friends drunk and everything, you know. And all the houses are for sale around Izzy's house. I mean, it's like great. I mean, he can just go out and shoot off his A.K.A. and nobody can touch it.
You can go into my house on any given day and find a snake in every room. I have 2 Chinese pugs, Benson and Buster. They have pythons, carpet python, blood pythons. I have a bookcase that I converted into a snake king. It's got little tree bows in it. It's pretty fun.
I got 2 dogs, yellow labs, named Chester and Chloe.
Well-trained dogs.
Well-trained dogs, yes.
Ben wants me to bring my dog Torque on tour with us. You know, he's like 4.5 pounds, and he takes his little
Akitas.
Yeah, Akitas. And you know, but it's like, I mean, he's like gnarly, man. It's like, but who's gonna clean up? And they're like, well, yeah, that is a problem.
Yesterday, there was so many things I was never shown. Now that I'm starting to learn, I guess I'm growing old. Cause yesterday's got nothing for me. All pictures that I'll always see. I've just been the pages in my book of memories. Ooh, yesterday got nothing for me. Yesterday.
I want to be back on the road so bad.
Well, this is bad. We actually go on tour. I'm on a bus. Doggie, where's our bus?
That dog is Torque.
I don't know what it is, but it's like, we can turn I'm not bragging or anything, but we can turn a Colosseum into a club. I mean, I don't know what it is, but that's what happens.
At best, when you're playing a ballad. Izzy put it best, when you're playing a ballad. And, you know, everybody's killing each other, you know, something's not right. And everybody loves a barber fight, but that's in the movies. And, you know, what can you do?
There's like a lot of pain and a lot of violence, you know, it's like we've like around, there's a lot of violence and we've, you know, lost a couple of friends and everything. It's just, there's a lot of stuff going on we've been through together. I mean, like, get up on stage, like everything happens.
You know, Steven Adler, when he gets done, he goes dressing room, you know, and goes out and tries to find the women. And I need about an hour to get my thoughts back together. Because, you know, I have all these things going through my mind. I have, you know, the person I'm singing about, which could be 9 years ago. And I'm thinking about them, and I'm thinking about the people and everything else, you know. I just need time to think.
It's about a year, you know, before the album broke, and when it broke, I mean, it's like, you know, you get back on the bus and you say, we're #1.
I mean, for a group of kids coming off Sunset Boulevard and come like one of the biggest rock bands around today, it's a mind blower. I mean, the success part just happened so fast. I mean, it wasn't overnight, but it just happened so fast. It was, you know, people going to a record store, gas station or something, people recognizing your car. I mean, you know, really set one over on me, threw me for a loop.
Well, I knew what I knew until I was 23, and these last 2 years I like learned a whole new life. It's like, I mean, I'm not complaining or anything, but it's like cramming 8 years of college into a week.
You know, there's a lot of stuff that's happened in the last year and 2 years, and there's a lot of stuff to write about.
I feel I have a responsibility to myself and to my music. You know, I'm not saying I can save the world, but I can at least, you know, tell it to them. I can at least tell the views and stuff to them. And, you know, it was just weird.
I mean, some people might listen to the album and, you know, think it sucks, but I think the songs are, you know, really great on it and stuff. You know, it's not like we have any pressure on us or anything for being good or something from the last album, but I mean, even if we had only sold 50,000 copies, you know, we'd have said, screw you to the record company.
As far as I'm concerned, the new material is great.
It's a lot darker. A lot darker.
It's killer. I dig it.
See, I just want to bury Appetite. I hope this album does a lot better. I mean, I like Appetite. I like the album.
but I can't live my life off it. And I just hope this one just, I'm going through it with a fine-tooth comb, trying to get everything's perfect. Because, you know, I love the material. I just hope that part's weird. I used to love her, ooh, yeah, but I had to kill her. She bit so much, she drove me nuts. And now I'm happier this way, yeah. Take it for what it is. Oh, yeah. I used to love her, but I had to kill her. I used to love her, oh, yeah, but I had to kill her. I had to put her 6 feet under, and now I'm happier this way. Whoa, oh yeah. Take it for what it is.